You've got to hold and give and do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. They'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack, there's only one way to beat them. Get round the back, so catch me if you can, 'cause I'm the England man, and what you're looking at is the master plan.
Do you want the house tour?
We got a football song, 3 lions on my chest, I know we can't go. Do you want the house tour? I can take you to the first, second, third floor, and I promise this isn't a metaphor. I just want you to come inside. And please come inside to the Screen Rock podcast, the podcast where we talk the weirdest and worst content that's been right in our screens and indeed our minds. Shout out to everyone who subscribes to this podcast on either Apple, YouTube or Spotify. Thank you for the nice reviews on Apple. They really help us out. They don't help us out as much as the patrons. Freemasons on £3.99 a month. They're getting all of this plus extra episodes every single week, an extra hour a week, and no ads in any of it. Ads are annoying. Get rid of them. Give us less than £1 a week. Shout out to the Illuminati. All of that plus a free hat on their head. Shout out to Eugene. Runs our Twitter account. May have been sent by God. I've introduced him to a psychopath I'm friends with. Very sorry, Eugene. And a big wink and a kiss to ladies and gays who listen, who I can confirm are the most gorgeous ladies and gay people in the entirety of the United Kingdom. And to those gay people, the entire spectrum, LGBTQ, I will never stop fighting for your fucking freedom. And I'm here as always with Jake Farrell.
Yes, and our house is on Pretty Girl Avenue. And our house is made for me and you.
But never enter through the back door.
Yeah, wow.
That's mad.
That's mad, man. That's mad.
Sorry, America.
Mike, think about the mic.
America have developed this kind of kid-looking... She's 26, right? I've done the research.
Sabs.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
She's 26.
She's 26.
That...
She doesn't look a day over 12, brother.
That's fucking nonce, babe.
Yeah.
I am sorry. If that's your, like... Oh, my God, yeah, she's my favourite.
You're a paedophile. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. 100%. And I think that, like you say... She's either a sting operation by the Met Police to draw out the pedos, or it's even more evidence of China undermining the moral values of our youth.
Could well be that, man. It could be the Chinese trying to bring out...
But you busted the case wide open this week, as you just demonstrated.
Well, it was you that was like, she looks like a kid, and I was like, yep, that's 100% true. I'm going to fucking put something on my Instagram stories about that. And then it was me, and I do have an ear for this. I was like, that's World in Motion. You've because I've never listened to any of this shit, right? And then
by this shit, what do you mean? Modern popular music?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
You don't know who Dua Lipa is? Oh no, you do.
So I don't know what she looks like, and genuinely, she put up a picture in the Arsenal third kit the other day, and I was like, "That's a beautiful woman wearing that kit." And someone was like, "Dua Lipa," and I was like, "I don't know, do I?" But I didn't know who it was.
No.
But I found the Sabrina Carpenter.
The Sabrina.
And I was like, this is great. That song. Right. And I was like, it sounds a bit like Blondie. Right. Do you know what I mean? It's like 80s kind of.
Yeah.
And I was
sounds like the theme tune to a Nickelodeon.
And I was like, no, that is just World in Motion by New World Order. New World Order?
New Order.
New Order.
New World Order is what the Nazis wanted to impose.
I'm a Freemason. But anyway... And then I was like, yeah, bang. And then people were like, well, God, you should DJ. I was like, I know I should DJ, but I'm
How
busy.
do people, what's that? How do they make the leap from you recognising a similar chord pattern to you being like, you should be a DJ?
I could be a DJ.
Who said that? Did you say that?
So that's
I said to myself, you should be a DJ, son.
I DM myself from my own burner accounts. This is my like Truman Show thing in my head. I sort of turn off my memory for a bit and DM myself from my own burner.
Got such a bad memory.
You're taller than you look. You should be a DJ. You should leave Jake behind and do the podcast with one of the lunatics you're friends with. Anyway,
that would be an amazing way, actually. A really good way of like developing positive affirmations. Yeah. Just you messaging yourself, and then 10 minutes later, be like, wow. Someone's saying that I'm very tall.
I do forget. I do just convince myself things are real and forget they're not real. I'll say something for a laugh. Oh, no, I can't, because I did something really horrendous.
Worse than taking crack or closing down a barbershop?
Oh, it's pretty bad, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, because I got confused. Anyway, it's a long. We won't get into it.
What?
We need an editor for this podcast.
No, you please. Come on. See, not on the incident itself, but you're saying you sometimes believe things that didn't happen do happen.
So I'll say, God, imagine if this happened, that'd be a laugh. And I'll say it a few times to make my missus laugh.
You'll convince yourself it happened.
And then I'll just think it's happened. And then I'll start telling people, did you know this thing happened? And my missus will be like, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
Like, you said that. You said that as a wind-up. And I'm convinced, and you've now convinced. I'm like, did it not happen? She's like, no.
No. Wow.
Yeah, mad.
I mean, that must
mad.
be some kind of condition. I mean, the listeners have already diagnosed you with like 3 to 4 different things. What is that one?
Psychosis.
Is that just like being crackers?
So that's I've been having a bit of a laugh on the Instagram stories with the Sabrina Carpenter this week.
Do have a bit of a laugh.
And then also, and I have to be honest with you, I forgot I was doing this on the screen Instagram. I thought I was doing this on my personal.
Right.
I've been going to see a magician called Mr. Majikio in North London.
Is that so? Have you heard him say his own name?
Well, he's got it on his t-shirt.
But I would think it's Mr. Majikio, isn't it?
So it's got an I after the C.
Okay.
And it's Majikio. And it's I thought it'd be a Magicio.
Right.
Yeah, Magicio.
Magicio.
Right? No. This is.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah, I thought it was like that.
Right.
Basically, I just ended up at this fucking sort of party in a park near me for a local thing. Blah,
Were you
blah,
invited?
Yeah. I was very much invited to this one on the Saturday.
Sure.
And I was like, and they were like, Mr. Majikio's here. And I was like, who's that? And they were like, you've seen him before. Basically, I went to like my daughter's end of like school picnic last year, like in May, right? I don't really remember this. Apparently I was like quite hungover and I was having a couple of recovery beers, right?
Tracks,
and, like,
that tracks.
Other people noticed this.
Yeah.
And then apparently, like people have got photos of this. There's like 30 kids sat in front of this Mr. Majikio, the magician.
Yeah.
And the kids are sort of, not asked. People have like more than one set of parents have taken pictures of me because I was going fucking nuts.
You're cracking up.
I'm not pissing myself. I find him so funny. Basically, he's this sort of like guy in his sort of mid-40s, I'd say. He's got that sort of mad, like he's sort of balding, like very much balding on top, but what he's got is just scraped into a little ponytail on the top of his head.
Nothing wrong
but
with
he
that.
wears this funny hat.
Right. I mean, he's a clown. He's a children's clown.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, so he's a clown.
Is it a funny hat? That's just a normal hat for him.
His whole thing is he claims to be Japanese, and he's not. He's fucking clear as day not.
Look, I'm on board.
I'm fucking mate.
I'm there, man.
He's not quite doing a Japanese accent most of the time, but what he's got is he's got this soundboard on his phone where he does special effects. He's like. And it sort of speaks like, he's like, okay, guys, we're going to do the next show. It's going to be on McDonald. And then he does a sound effect, and it'll be like a Japanese, like, gong.
Yeah, right.
Or I don't think it's Japanese. It's ding, 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 ding.
No, that's just racist,
or some of the sound effects he does is like a sort of sumo wrestler going, hoo! Like he's just got that.
Nice.
It sounds like fucking Texas.
I always say, like, it's great, like, what sentences could be said of both Mr. Majikio and Jacob Hawley? He's not always doing a Japanese accent at parties.
But he's sort of like, he speaks to him, he's like, all right, mate, how's it going? Yeah, it's right. But hey, when he's doing Mr. Majikio, I'm Mr. Majikio. And then when he does Old MacDonald, it is a Japanese accent. It's fucking crazy. I'm in tears of laughter. The kids don't know where they are. And then like the whole show, he's like, I gotta go soon, I gotta get back to Tokyo. And everyone's like, okay. And what's brilliant is all the mums and dads are hoodwinked by it.
What do you mean?
They think he's got to get back to Tokyo.
No, they don't.
Mate, fucking ask. You know my mate Will.
What?
So basically, I enjoyed him so much on the Saturday at this thing. I was like, I got to find out where he is next. Googled him.
You're looking up his tour dates.
Kind of, because he's like, I really need to get to Tokyo. My flight's taken off soon. I'm like, oh, you fuck. Is he bollocks? He was around the corner the next day doing a street party.
Obviously, he's not going. What do you mean? Like, why are you explaining to me that he don't look? He's not actually going to Tokyo. I know.
The parents think he is.
Why?
So I basically. I was like, what is he up to next? And I saw it, like, I Googled, and there's like a Facebook event.
Supported John Cairns in Chester.
He's doing this street party.
Yeah.
Right? Round the corner. And I know people who live on this street. So I'm like, I could go to the fucking street party. So I'm there, and it's fucking hilarious because, like, it's just people who live on this nice street in North London near me.
Street party, brother.
But, like, it starts at 2.
Right.
I'm so eager for Majikio that I've got the kids, one on the scooter, one in the pram. I'm there at 1:30. I've just got to be like, everyone's sort of like, who's that? And I've got to be like, and I reckon I'm like, oh, Jane, you right? Oh, yeah, let me, I'll blow up some balloons. I'll fucking do a table.
Camping chair out right in front of the stage.
Yeah. Mate, what was shit is I saw. Anyway, I'll get into it. And then Majikio's there, and he's doing it again. He's doing the accent. He's doing Old MacDonald in a Japanese accent.
Yeah.
And then he's fucking
do some new material.
And then again, he's like, I gotta get to Japan. I gotta get back to Japan. And we're
that's his bit. That's his act.
But I've got all my mates to come. I've got loads of my pals to come down.
Okay.
And they're going, this is nuts. He's doing a Japanese accent. I'm like, it's fucking good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then one of the mums hears us. She goes, no, he is. She turns around to us. She goes, he's the #1 kids entertainer in Tokyo.
What is she talking about?
She believes. My mate's like, right. As soon as she turns around, my mate just Googles #1 kids entertainer in Tokyo. You wouldn't believe it. It's a Japanese guy. It's not fucking Majikio.
Also, you're telling me this. You're telling me that all of these middle-class women are saying this literally like 7 minutes after you've been like, sometimes I just make up stuff what happens. I've got to sit here and credulously believe that people that own £2 million houses in Finchley are like, you've got to let him go. He's got to get to Heathrow. He's going back to Tokyo. No, what? Is there a fucking North London-wide gas leak or something? Are they all going mental? Archie, get away from there. He's got to catch a plane.
Literally.
What do you mean? This is the weirdest thing you've ever told me. And you've told me some fucking weird stuff.
This queue of kids waiting for a balloon. And the balloons he does are fucking unbelievable. He can do Charizard. And that's the other thing that he's fucking getting them. He's doing loads of like Pokemon, Digimon. It's all sort of Japanese influenced stuff.
Right.
And that's kind of adding to that. And they're like, no, Reggie, come on, because Mr. Majikio does have to get back to Japan. He's like, I gotta get back to Japan. He's not going to Japan. He lives in Archway. I know where he lives.
How do you know where he lives?
I found where he invoices from. Anyway.
Fuck me.
Anyway. So I did that, and then I went back to my mum's house. And I mean, fucking, I don't talk about my parents too much on here. They make Mr. Majikio look sane. Again, I put this on my Instagram story and people sort of... So my parents have had 2 generations of sausage dogs. 2 while I was growing up. Then when they died, they got 2 more when I was a teenager. And then they died 5 years ago. Now they got this other dog.
What Christmas that was, by the way.
Yeah, we've spoke about it a lot. 2 dead dogs on Christmas Day. Worst time of my life. I'll tell the story one more time this Christmas as a little tradition. Gather around Jacob Orley. I'll tell you how we killed 2 dogs. We didn't kill them. They were really ill and had to be put down on Christmas Day. I will say. Oh no! Shall I risk it? We could always cut it. It was a lady of Middle Eastern heritage who was the on-call vet who came to put down.
Definitely getting cut.
Who came to put down the wait? Sure. Just wait to hear it. He came to put down the dogs on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
it's fucking $2,000 to put down 2 dogs on Christmas Day. Yeah. She put the dogs down. Left. We're all in tears. My dad turned to me. He wasn't even on the wind-up. He was like, always wondered what Muslims did at Christmas. What? Put down dogs?
Yeah, every Muslim in the country is working on call for pet euthanasia services.
And the woman was like amazing. She was like so kind to my family. Anyway, so basically, my parents have had a lot of dogs that have died over the years. So, I think it has really affected them, especially my mum.
Yeah.
My mum's mad, and I think that
Does she listen?
No. Multiple generations of dying dogs, I think, has hit her hard. I go for a piss, and if people want to imagine my family, it's very much Gavin from Gavin and Stacey's family, right? Yeah. I go for a piss in the downstairs toilet, and in front of where I'm pissing, they've got this little vial of ashes, which is clearly one of the dogs.
Fair play.
Underneath it, they've got this plastic plaque that they've made. Yeah. It's 4 sausage dogs with angel wings on. Okay. It's a cat with angel wings on.
Yeah.
They're sat on a cloud.
They're angels.
Then it's their current dog with no angel wings because he's currently alive.
He's still alive.
But
he's next to the cloud?
But he's on the cloud.
On the cloud.
He's sat on the cloud.
He's not under the cloud.
Next to these dogs. And they're sort of all facing forwards, right?
Rather you're looking at their backs.
You're looking at their backs with the angel wings on. I guess it's so you can see the wings. The alive dog, the one that they've got now, which is alive.
Yes.
He's turning to the others and he's going, they talk about you all the time. And then the dead dogs in unison, and it's in unison because it's one speech bubble with a little thing going to all their mouths, right? Says, we know and we're always here.
Wow. You're doing a great job, son. A great job.
That is demented.
That is mad.
That is like...
I appreciate the specificity with which you described that as well, because, like you say, there are so many parts of it that are insane.
How did the live dog get on the cloud with the dead dogs?
Why are they all facing away?
Why are they facing away? The cat's just there. Also, like, I did think, I was like, if you're going to get cats involved, we've had hamsters, we've had a rabbit over
where'd
the
you
years.
draw the line?
They're not involved. Right. No one gives a fuck about them. They're not angels. They're burning in hell. They're down there.
Yeah, they're looking up at us.
Right.
They're not looking down.
And the dogs, like, it's almost, when you think about it, the live dog saying that to the dead dogs is almost a bit arsey. Do you know what I mean? They're always fucking going on about you.
Talking about you.
Yeah. Well, we're always here. What does that mean? We're always here. They're haunting the house?
What does it say? We know.
And we're always here.
And we're always here. Also, the we know is a bit pissed off. We know.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? We were here. Shut up.
That's all they do.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Me, a celestial being, doesn't know when they're talking about me? I know about that, boy. Tell me something I don't know.
And it's always, I think it's meant to be a reassuring, we're always here for you.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, don't worry, I'm here.
For you is the important part of that sentence.
But it's not there.
We're always here.
But it's just we're always here.
For me?
I guess
no, I didn't say that.
No. I mean, they're on the cloud, so they're not here. They're up there.
They're up there.
It's fucking mad.
Yeah.
These people are allowed to vote. I do think that's worrying.
Well, but do you know that they commissioned it themselves?
Who the fuck buys that?
Have they got a mad neighbour or something? They've not got... I wouldn't want... I mean, because I had an interaction with Mim
My
this
mum.
week, didn't I?
This week?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I sent you a
Oh,
WhatsApp.
God.
I sent Jacob a WhatsApp message talking about some people that are involved with the podcast, saying those fucking cunts have done it again the day before the episode, and I immediately got a call back saying I'm driving my mum home. That message was just read out on the speakers.
Right. Anyway, we've spoken about some nutters. Should we get into another one?
Yeah, and
this guy's madder than both my parents and Mr. Majikio put together.
Mr. Majikio and Mim Hawley are looking at this guy going, steady on, mate.
This is someone who people have been asking us to talk about for nearly 2 years, I'd say. Since we
yeah,
started the pod, we've had people saying you have to cover this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
We're doing it. I've pushed Jake into it.
I'm not sure about it.
I'm not sure where this is going to go. Let's see. We might have already cut something from the intro.
Yeah, fuck it. In for a penny, in for a pound.
This week we're talking Mr. Paul Bridge. Oi, get on this.
Yeah.
With some apprehension.
I feel like you know, like they used to press gang people into service in the army, like back in the day when they needed people at the front lines, and people are hiding out in the farmhouse, going, I just want to milk my cows. You know what I mean? I don't want to go and fight the fucking Belgians in the Boer War or whatever it was.
I don't want to have to do the Screen Rock podcast.
Yeah, it's like
I don't want to have to record the Screen Rock podcast.
Christoph Waltz has come round. I'm hiding underneath the floorboards.
So this guy, I'll get on this, but like Paul Breach is someone who, for ages, people were like,
fuck are we going to explain this?
Paul Breach,
Yeah.
You've got to do Paul Breach,
Yeah.
and I've like for ages I've been like, yeah, we can't, because you're like we can't, and then it was only over the last couple of months I was like, why is it we can't? And again I'd forgotten, and I think I started convincing myself, but then I was like, is it because we think he's mad? We talk about loads of people we think are mad now. Like, again, and, you know, we talk about him a lot over on the Patreon side, but we might as well just do it here now. Jack Raworth, we've spoke about him for hours.
Yeah.
We literally put our patrons on Raworth watch. All night. We're just monitoring his
Raworth
movements
Force, yeah.
across his TikTok and his Snapchat and his Instagram. Like,
And he's the mad one.
Well, I think we think he is, but like, Paul Breach
Yes.
is a guy in his 40s who is a TikToker. And it's interesting when we do these guys, because neither you or I really use TikTok much.
No.
But Paul Breach is a TikToker. He's in his early 40s.
Right.
Most of what he's doing is kind of dancing and sing-alongs, right? Maybe we'll get some of the sort of controversies out the way early.
Yeah, why not?
He's been accused of a lot of bad stuff. Really
But in
bad
that kind of
stuff.
murky TikToker way where people don't actually know, like there aren't like kind of local paper like things of him in court or whatever. It's just people being like, he's a nonce.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like,
just calling
he kind
him
of
a
looks
nonce.
like a nonce.
This is it. Yeah.
If it walks like a nonce and talks like a nonce.
Well, okay. So look, let's get onto that straight away. He apparently got a 17-year-old pregnant.
No evidence for it, but
so he was 28. This was a long time ago.
right.
Nearly, like, I mean, he does have a teenage son. I think people have found the mother of the son, and she's
confirmed, is she?
She's
got on record.
Well, she's the age that people would assume, like, and it's like, okay, that is really bad.
But they were in a consensual relationship.
Yeah, but she's 17.
Yes.
We can't sit here and be like, you lot are fucking weirdos if you fancy Sabrina Carpenter, and then hand wave Paul Breach getting a 17-year-old pregnant when he's 28.
But I'm just saying, like, but there wasn't like a criminal case around. But
there can't be because it's not illegal,
right? But
it's still like this is.
She doesn't claim that anything criminal happened, though.
Well, no, I don't think so.
Okay, right. It's still not good.
To come back, we can't say you're all fucking weirdos for fancying Sabrina Carpenter, who, let's have it right, is fit, right? I know she looks like a kid, but she looks like a fit one. Fucking hell, that might have to go. No, she's 26. But like, so the number game, that you do.
Look, what I'm trying to do, right, it's like, it's a fucking indignity to talk about Paul Breach. It's an even worse indignity to be sued for everything you're worth by Paul Breach.
Okay, sorry.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm fucking like, go on, son, have a go. Find all the 16-year-olds you can and knock them up. I'm just saying, like, there
17.
is 17, whatever.
Well, no, not whatever if we're going legal. But yeah, go on.
She's 17.
Yeah, she was 17. Yep.
And
this is the worst episode.
Just imagining Paul Breach supervising the bailiffs taking my TV out of my flat. Him TikTok dancing while they carry out my house tour. You can take me to the...
But don't enter through the back door.
Paul Breach doing a TikTok live.
So you're worried he's going to sue us. Okay, so no, he didn't commit a crime.
That we are aware of.
I think I can't get in trouble for saying I think it's horrendous that he impregnated a 17-year-old when he was 28 years old. I cannot believe
age gap relationships and the power imbalance within those age gap relationships is a very,
so that's
very
one thing.
difficult
and
thing.
It's funny actually. Me and my pal were having this conversation the other day. So like the rule that people say is take your age, slash it in half, add 7.
Yeah.
Yep. So if he's 28, or he was, 21 is his line.
Is his line, yeah.
To kind of, I think this breaks that rule. I don't know. I basically think once you're over, I'm going to say 23, no more teenagers.
Yeah.
I'd go a step further, actually. I think if you're out of uni, no more teenagers.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was talking with my pal the other day. He's 37. I'm 33.
And he's going out with a 12-year-old.
No, he was like, I don't think I'm going to do anyone in their 20s anymore. When I say do anyone, I don't mean no. Sorry,
I don't think any Gen Zers are going to let the 37-year-old who says I'm going to do someone.
No. But I don't mean do as in that. He's just like I'm not going to do any more dates with like people in their 20s. And so what? 37 slash that in half. What's that? 19. 18, 19, add 7, that's 25. So, like, in theory, he could go out with a 25-year-old, but he was like, it just feels fucking weird, man. I'm nearly 40. They're in their 20s. It feels wrong. 33 for me, no plans on being single anytime soon.
No.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I think if I was dating again, I'd find it weird if they weren't at least thinking about their 30th birthday party. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm 33, going on 34 soon. In like 6 months. If I went out with like a 26-year-old, it's also like the stages of life.
Like, when do you start planning your 30th birthday party?
Like 28, 29.
28?
Yeah, but like if I was going...
You're planning your 30th birthday party 2 years in advance?
I don't think it's weird if I go out with a 28-year-old. I think it's probably weird if they're really excited about their 30th birthday.
It's weirder if they're like planning their 30th.
I'm not a nonce though. Look, she's fucking buzzing about her 30th.
She's got a lookbook for her 30th birthday.
She's got a Pinterest. She's got a Pinterest.
It's going to be rustic barn themed. It's going to be in Crawley.
What would that be? So 33 slash that in half is what? 16, 17, and
16 and a half, yeah.
That means I could go out with a 23-year-old. That'd feel fucking mental.
That would feel mental, yeah.
They've just finished uni. What am I talking to them about?
Yeah, I don't know.
They've probably read books.
Yeah.
I'm not going out with a fucking...
You do Grapes of Wrath. Do a good bit on Grapes of Wrath.
But I do think there's way too much hand-waving about kind of noncy stuff nowadays. And a lot of it gets excused as kink.
Right.
So you know when I did that Politics Joe thing a few weeks ago where I was talking about Bonnie Blue?
Yes.
I couldn't believe, because I go in there and I'm always a bit like, oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm talking about. The Ed, Ollie and Ava, they're really smart.
Yeah.
They've all been to like good universities.
You know which one all of them are as well. You definitely know that.
Yeah, don't fucking wind me up just because I mixed up Ollie and Ed once, right? You fucking get me.
Always remember who Ava is.
Right, okay. She's a mate. Every time you, and don't, because there's people who talk about that in the comments. Every time
Go on.
you get anxious about forgetting things or getting things wrong, and you project that anxiety onto me.
Sure.
We were at a festival the other day.
Yeah.
We saw my mate, she's had a kid. The kid is called Rusty. There is no fucking, okay, is it a boy or a girl with Rusty? Rusty is newborn. It's in a fucking carrier. There is no signifier whether Rusty's a boy or a girl. I had probably seen on social media, or like there'd been some kind of hint in conversation that Rusty is a girl. I made the mistake for the entire conversation is referring to he, him. Rusty's a boy. Not nice little fella.
And she said on several occasions she's doing really well.
And I kept getting
and she
it wrong.
almost stressed it to that level as well. Because she was like, this guy's so fucking stupid.
But then we walk away, and you're like, that's a girl. You've been calling it a boy the whole time.
Yeah, because I thought we might see her later in the day, and you'd be like, here he is, be lucky, do you want a football?
But here's my thing, right?
Right.
You would have worried about that.
Yes.
I don't, because I've taught myself over the years that it feels bad to worry about things, so I don't feel bad about things like that anymore.
I know that based on your behaviour.
It's a healthier and happier way to live.
We're just barreling around from one social interaction to the next, misgendering everyone.
No, not misgendering. I would never, if like
intentionally do it.
Yeah, and also like Rusty doesn't give a fuck, right?
Huh?
I'm
aware of that.
Rusty's not fucking holding their hand up and going, guys, excuse me, this is quite a big deal for me. Rusty doesn't fucking care.
No,
I would go a step further.
Rusty's sucking some tit. Don't worry about Rusty. Rusty's not worried about you.
Rusty's mum isn't that arsed. We're good mates.
No, she wasn't that arsed.
Me and Hattie, like, we go back years. So,
but as I say, she on 2 or 3 occasions said
but then
she was trying to give you a social hint, and you kept being like, he's so lovely, look at him.
Because I don't worry. I don't worry.
Yeah.
I don't worry.
Well, maybe a bit of worry would be handy, dickhead.
I've worked on myself, and my mental health relies on me never worrying about anything I've done.
Okay.
I worry about the things I'm going to do in the future. I think if I worry about the things I've done in the past,
we'll be there all day.
I'll just never sleep.
Okay, so it's all right. So you're okay. So my job to safeguard your mental health is to never alert you to anything improper you've done ever again. Is that it?
Yes, please.
Sorry, you've been holding on to that as a resentment for being like, why has he done that? I also like
you're trying to stop me sleeping.
I wasn't rubbing it in your face. I was just being like,
you called that a boy. You kept calling it a boy.
I was just being like, in case we see her again later in the day. I wasn't like lording it over you.
Now you're
and trust me, I love to lord it over you.
Yeah. Well,
so like when there are times where I can, I will do
You're
that.
reminding me now that I mixed up the boys on Politics Joe. And anyway, my point
and that
is,
baby.
when I went on Politics Joe last time, and I'm always on the back foot. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, look, if a white boy speaks little feminism for a moment, can I just say, Bonnie Blue, she's gorgeous, right? None of them are up for saying that.
No.
Right? Despite the fact I reckon she spends hours every morning getting ready, right? I'm going to give her a bit of credit for it.
Okay.
But then we start talking about how Bonnie Blue sleeps with like really young people. We will talk about Paul Breach in, I don't know, an hour or so. We start talking about how Bonnie Blue sleeps with really young people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's well bad.
Sure.
And she's done a scene in a school where there's people wearing school uniform, boys and girls, and she's shagging them.
Wow.
And I'm like...
And they're real school... They're
young. They're like
right,
21, and she's only like 26. But it just don't look good, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's bad. And they're like, well, let's be careful here. And I'm like, huh? And it's the lads, right? Ava's on my side. The lads, they're both... And people can watch this back. They're both going, we shouldn't kink shame people whose kink is like schoolgirl. And I'm like...
Right.
Okay. And they're like, because, if it starts there, where does it end? And they're like, what if we kink shame gay people? What if we kink shame? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, actually, no.
Yes.
I think it's okay to kink shame when the kink is a kid.
Yeah, right. And in those schoolgirl fantasies, they are explicitly children, I suppose.
You can't go to
They're
school
not like
if you're not a
sixth-formers.
kid. No, but even if they're sixth formers, it's not great.
It's not great.
But in the UK, only people 16 or under wear school uniform. So I think fine to say you're fucking weird.
That's weird.
I think fine to say all those porn websites, get your fucking schoolgirls stuff
Get rid of it.
off.
Get rid
I
of
think
that.
that's fine to say. And I also, like, should we watch a quick clip of Paul Breach? Because I think we're kind of getting onto stuff that's important with Breach that I want to kind of continue this thread of like, there's creepy stuff that we can't just hand wave, that we have to crack down on fast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think there's a lot of stuff where we call him out as creepy, but we wouldn't if a woman did it.
I see what you mean, yeah. Well, this is the thing with age gap relationships as well. Also, I've got a philosophical conundrum for you. I'd be interested to hear your take on it. This was raised in a political philosophy seminar I did at uni once.
Yeah.
Which is, if there is a man that sleeps with a woman who is 20, so he's 21, she's 20, but she's told him she's 15, right? Is that better or worse than a man who sleeps with a woman who he thinks is 20 but is actually 15? Does that make sense? So in one situation, there is a woman who is actually overage, but he thinks she's underage, versus a woman who he thinks is overage but is actually underage. So in one, an actual crime has been committed, and one, a perceived crime has been committed. Where do you think the moral line is on all of that?
In the one where he slept with the 15-year-old,
yes.
Has he been told explicitly that she's not 15 and that she's 20?
Yes. But she's actually 15.
Who told him?
I can't remember the exact parameters of the conundrum.
Make it up. Did she
her.
tell him?
I think that implies a moral position.
Did she tell him?
Well, I can't remember, but yeah, let's go with that. I can't remember. It's like I can't remember where the knowledge came from.
You can't ID everyone you sleep with. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
You'd like to think that no one's attracted to kids,
right?
You'd like to think that,
but from the Sabrina Carpenter incident, we know that not to be true.
But that is true. That is true. That like and like the schoolgirl fantasy thing in Japan, there's like a massive thing of like fantasizing over like schoolgirls
in Japan.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Mr. Majikio told me that's why he goes to. I'm joking. I mean, that's a kid's entertainer. That's dark. No. Like, there's documentaries about this. How like there are like brasses on the street of Japan dressed as like schoolgirls, and like they're small, and it's fucked. You'd like, in the case of the geezer you describe, yeah, what's his name? Paul Breach.
It's Paul.
In the case of the geezer you describe, I guess it's like,
basically the moral conundrum
if you're told someone's 15, you're a nonce. If she's 15, I reckon she's 20 though. Don't take the risk. Just don't do it. In that case, you're wrong. You shouldn't shag even if someone's like, if someone tells you they're 15, just don't shag them.
So you're coming down on the side of things. It's the intention of the thing is the crime rather than the act itself.
I thought Rusty was a boy. My intention was fine.
Yes.
I know that Rusty's mum kept telling me Rusty was a girl. I wasn't listening.
Yes.
I thought my intention was pure.
Yes.
Right? So
had you known Rusty was a girl and continued
now let's get on to the other side. Now, the 15-year-old, but he's been told they're 20.
Yeah.
Now, if that 15-year-old looks 20, acts 20, is driving a car and drinking a beer, and he's been told they're 20, he's been given every piece of information to imply that it's fine. So I'm sorry, I'm on the guy's side. Similarly, Rusty wasn't wearing a bow.
So you're like the guy who accidentally does some nonsense. Yeah.
Please no. My information pointed me to Rusty potentially being a little boy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I guess I'd point Rusty more of a boy's name than a girl's. I don't really know.
It's tough. That's why it's tough.
I'm gonna have to send Hattie this. But so no. But I think like the guy who slept with the 15-year-old, but they were 20.
Yeah.
If the 15-year-old was wearing a school uniform but was like, I'm 20, it's
they obviously didn't get into this in the like. I think the more information you give, the more like, oh well, did that person lie to that person, or like, oh, there are these visual signifiers. You kind of have to just imagine it in a like. It's like an abstract plane of things. The difference is someone has committed a crime that thought they were doing something legal, and someone has done something legal that they thought to be a crime.
So I lean on the side of intention, but I know that's not necessarily how the law works.
Yeah.
And the law can't work like that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you don't always know someone's intentions.
Tough to ascribe intention. But either way... Come on, let's talk about Paul Breach. We've got to talk about Paul Breach.
But yeah, okay. Let's watch first one. This is how we all found Breach. This was. Do you know which international tournament he sung this for?
This must have been the COVID
18.
Euros, I think.
I think it was earlier. I think it might have been 18.
Did Grealish go to that tournament though? I don't know. They did. Anyway, this is a song that Paul Breach did about Jack Grealish.
Do you remember? Before the Euros, there was a footballer that nobody knows. Now it's the World Cup. And he scores his goal. His name was Jack Grealish. His name was Jack Grealish. And you're like, he's my bubba. Oh, he's my boo 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 boo. Oh, he's my bubba. He's my boo 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 boo. Come on, England.
I think someone's put on the fart noise at the end.
That is a screeching left turn into the bubba bit. Every time I watch it, I'm like, where's this going? And then I remember it's the bubba. How do you explain that? What am I doing here? What is this? What am I doing? What is that? What am I... What?
We've just done a complicated moral quandary about intention versus the law. And now we're going into... And he's my baba. He's my boo-boo baba. Like, what's brilliant is he pivots to boo-boo baba and then pivots back to, come on, England. Just doing my bit for the boys.
Come on, England.
Come on, England.
Fucking hell.
But seriously, I really hope we keep a clean sheet today.
Yeah. That kind of does so much Breach in a way. Like, Breach is one of these people that is just eccentricity. When you look through and you go like Straker, food.
Yeah.
You go like Big John, associated with takeaways, famously. You look through. There's dancing. There's singing. There's lawyers. This is just uncut, unstepped on eccentricity, right? It's like, it is TikTok in its most chaotic, bizarre, inexplicable form. Like, how did this happen?
But this is the thing with TikTok, is the people you've mentioned there, like the Strakers, the Big Johns and stuff like that.
That's more Instagram, I guess.
But they're sort of other platforms, but it's because they're doing their own thing, right? He's a TikTok, so he's more in the camp of like emotions in life.
Yes.
Which means he always has to be singing or dancing.
There has to be engagement.
That's what TikTok... And this is... Well, I haven't even done my get on this. My get on this with
Have
Breach...
you not? Fucking 20 minutes in.
Start talking about paedophiles. My get on this with Breach is like, this is an X Factor contestant.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is
it, man. I'm Paul. I'm 43 from Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
I'm going to be singing Michael Jackson. Massive fan, and that's when the alarm bells start ringing in your head. Ding, 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 ding. Might be a pedo. Might be a pedo.
Like, the eccentrics on Britain's Got Talent did always gravitate towards eccentric singers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were never doing Springsteen, those guys.
No, yeah, it was.
It was always like
who was there? There was
Onkar Judge, famously.
Onkar
Judge was
really
he did Earth Song by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And he said the famous line, "You can't judge me. There's only one judge that can judge me. That's me, Onkar Judge."
Fucking
think about that every day.
But crucially, not a pedo.
Yeah, that we're aware of.
Chico Time. Not a pedo.
Not a pedo,
Who was the sort of long hair, kind of bit of a lord-looking guy? Do you know who I mean?
Oh yeah, he was another one that couldn't
like
sing.
Ongar or something.
Well, obviously Ongar.
It was something like that, was it? It was like Warhol or something. I don't know. Do you know who I mean? He
Yeah,
had like
I think I do.
He was sort of old, long curly hair.
Oh yeah, what's his name? I can't remember.
I really want to call him
Rylan was
Ongar.
obviously that slot as well, wasn't he? On X Factor?
Was he mental? But I think he could sing.
Was crap, wasn't he?
No, I think he was good.
Was he? Oh, you're right.
I think he was good, man. I think Rylan was a good singer.
But Breachy would be on there, and he'd be in that role.
And he'd be nuts.
Do you think he's going to judges' houses? I'd get him in judges' houses.
Well, I think there's two things. He goes to judges' houses if, like, he obviously can't sing.
No.
So he'd have to rap or something. or come up with something like Chico Time.
Paul Breach at Louis Walsh's house in Dublin, rapping.
Yeah. And
God,
dancing.
Look how far we've fallen.
Yeah, but
that was the best Saturday night you could hope for.
This is the thing. So now they're just constantly fucking dance. And it's the thing with the, like, every part of your body sort of implodes on itself. You know that submarine with those billionaires in it that just...
Yeah.
That's my spleen does that when he starts doing Boo Boo Bubba.
It's viscerally disgusting.
It's so and it's like you think about other people who do like mad football songs. There's the Darwin Núñez. Núñez. I mean, he nearly killed himself this summer when Darwin left.
Yeah, God
he
bless
nearly
him.
fucking called it a day.
Is he an Al Hilal fan now?
I don't know. I don't. But like they there's always some level of like they believe this could be sung by the terraces in a football match. Breach knows that this is creepy.
Yeah, I think any guy saying he's my boo boo bubba knows
He's
that
my
they're
bubba.
creepy.
He's my boo boo bubba. And you're like, he's my bubba.
Yeah,
like
right.
it's a weird thing of like, I don't think if a girl did that, it would be quite so disgustingly.
What about Grealish?
This is the thing, and like we're just doing all the sort of boo boo bubba, like all that kind of. It's weird. He does a lot of like babyish, cutesy stuff. That's a lot of the direction he goes. I mean, the one we should address just quickly. One of the reasons that you were kind of reluctant to talk about him for a long time, is recently he started wearing women's clothing.
Yeah.
Let's get this right. He isn't, as far as we were aware, trans or
Yes.
there's no kind of gender identity attached to him just wearing the women's
No, not
clothing.
that we're aware of.
He's sort of doing it to be cute.
Yeah, and I guess I was wary of the idea of that being the idea of wearing clothing that doesn't conform with the gender you were assigned at birth to be inherently funny.
And we're not laughing at that.
Yeah.
But I think it's more that like he's kind of using it as part of this cute thing.
And this is where it becomes difficult because, like you say, the TikTok situation as opposed to Instagram is like, not that Instagram is like some fucking bastion of quality, but there is at least more like production value attached, or like it rewards kind of the straker in a way.
Yeah.
Whereas the TikTok thing just rewards pure unadulterated engagement, eyeballs on the screen. What part of the screen are your eyeballs looking at? What part of the screen are your fingers touching? And that could lead him to just doing something which is visually arresting. Right?
And I think that's what he's doing.
And so I think the only reason that he's dressing up in women's clothing is because it is a visually arresting thing that you don't see every day.
He's trying to get hate. He's trying to get
right.
hate. He knows what winds
so
people
like,
up and he's trying to get the hate.
So
and
in a way that is kind of worse because it's like for a lot of people that is a gender affirming and helpful thing to do.
That's correct.
And is a really beautiful thing when that happens. And so him kind of, if that is why he's doing it, then I don't want us to laugh at him for doing it. And if that's not why he's doing it and he's doing it because he just wants to make your eyeballs stop on his screen.
That's what he's doing.
He's utilizing a thing that other people take a great deal of comfort and hope from and bastardizing it for his own ends.
For attention. Essentially for attention.
Neither one's
he's
good.
doing it for attention. No, but I think he's doing it for attention.
Yeah,
and
right.
I think also in the climate we live in where people are doing that, like, that is a difficult thing for a lot of people.
Right.
I think it's selfish and immature to just do that for attention. And if Ryan, we could play image one now, there is someone who's done a similar thing.
Okay. Right. That's getting cut.
Oh, come on. That's funny.
When did you do that?
That was in lockdown.
Right.
I was just bored one day.
Wow.
Show that on the screen now.
You and Breach, as bad as each other. Yeah, I don't like it.
The worst one about that one, you can see my missus is just sat behind me.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I don't really know what to say to that. I thought the person I'm going to be most disgusted about in this whole thing is the man that's like, we'll come to it in a minute, got sacked because he was kissing people with brain injuries, and actually it's you.
Well, but like, there's all of his stuff is about being cute. I just did that because I was.
Did you put that online, or did you just do that for your own benefit?
I think I did put it online at the time. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Didn't have much for following back then. It's just lockdown, wasn't it? I was just walking around. But like,
how did it make you feel?
Huh?
How did it make you feel?
It's a laugh sometimes, but this is my point. I wasn't doing that where there was any kind of like, is that part of Jacob's gender identity? It's just like, this was always a thing that it was just a laugh. You could just put on a dress and it's a laugh. Like, whereas I think now it is a much more loaded thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's difficult because some people, it's part of their transitioning their identity. And
because we have a greater awareness, right? I mean, I hope that's why, in a way. Like, I look back on all of like the triviality of and the kind of hilarity at uni of dressing up as women and men dressing up as women and blah, 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 vice versa.
There was no one around us who was potentially transitioning from one gender to another, and that's part of a
that
really
we were aware of.
thing for them.
Yeah, right.
Like, it was just, like people do it on stag do's all the time. It's a laugh. I think what Breach is doing is seeking hate on the internet.
So we're okay.
We're okay.
Everything we've done. This is back to your don't make me
There's
think
no
about
point feeling bad
things.
about anything ever, because it's bad for your mental health, and that's the most important thing. There's no point ever feeling responsible or bad about anything you've ever done, because ultimately the most important thing is
your mental health.
Yeah.
So and that's why this week's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Or Madry. But like in terms of the key, like I do think there's a lot of stuff that he does, and I'm not trying to get on my kind of like meninist thing, but
wow.
I think it's right that this is the case. It's creepy because he's a bloke, and that's not dressing up as women. It's a lot of the kind of the lip biting, the looking down. Should we just quickly watch? Like this is if we did the bathroom one, the dad bathroom one. This is one where his dad walks in on him in the bathroom.
Millie, I think it's dinner. I had no plans today. Now it's tomorrow. My plans tomorrow.
He's doing a lip sync and a dance.
He's doing a lip sync to what's that? Door's open behind him. Shuts the door like it's never happened.
Genuinely looks fucking raging that his dad's walked in on him. I mean, how old is his dad?
Dad needs to have a fucking... Imagine that. I need a shit. I've just got home from work. I need a shit big time. I'm going upstairs. I got a copy of The Sun with me. What's that? I can hear music in there. What's going on in there? And you get shut out of your own bathroom by your 43-year-old son who's lip syncing to fucking...
But it's lip syncing. It's kind of like... It's not that he's trying to be effeminate. He's trying to be cute, and I think that's a thing.
He's trying to be childlike.
Yes, that's
Sabrina Carpenter.
You've hit on it.
It's all planned.
He's trying to be like cutesy and kiddie, and and that's why there's a lot of stuff that women do that like. I don't think like women can be cute and kind of.
Let's just make sure this is recording. I really want to make sure we get this on tape. There's a lot of things that women do
that isn't creepy. But it's creepy when men do it.
Sure.
And we have to accept that. That's creepy. It's creepy.
Being cutesy, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stuff I've experienced with women over the years. And this is like, I mean, we'll see where this goes. But like, it's quite funny because someone has said to us recently, would you ever fancy an editor with the podcast? And I think I've got that in my head now. So
you know, we haven't actually signed with that person yet. Like, they're not...
No one's editing this. Yeah. I had a thing with a girl. Now, get on this. This is fucking mental. And I only remembered this the other day.
Yeah.
Right. I had a girlfriend when I was like, this is like 2010. And very different culture in 2010 that I think it's worth remembering. Back in 2010, there was a lot of...
You weren't doing anything bad.
No. And
whatever you're about to say.
There's no point thinking about it because all you'll do is regret and feel bad about things.
Sure.
And then you have to think about... No. This isn't about me. Like, I saw a clip the other day where they were talking about Noel Fielding and Russell Brand, and there was a clip about them joking about Lily Allen. And this went out on Channel 4. I think it was Big Fat Quiz of the Year.
Wow.
Just went out.
Was she on the show as well?
I think she was like in the green room, or they were showing her. It was mental. But I do think people are very quick to forget that around that time, that sort of 2010 time, it was like a real Sickipedia time. And people would just make like sick, horrible jokes.
Yeah.
And it was sort of fine for some reason. I don't really get it. I was seeing this girl, and it was this thing of like, she was a mate of mine's girlfriend's missus. I always get them.
So it's always someone who your mate is.
My mate will be going
out
with someone, and I'll get them. That feels horrible, especially in the context of what I'm about to say. But I'll always end up getting with them sometimes. I mean, when I was younger, I've been in a very happy.
Are you expressing surprise that people end up going out with friends of friends?
No, but I do it.
You're better at it than everyone else.
No, I'm not saying I'm better.
Right.
I think it's. I just don't. I've never been a dater. I've never been anyway. Whatever. My point being, there was this thing that me and this girl were sort of flirting and chatting, and we'd kiss a couple of times. And then I went to like a party at her halls, and I was dressed as a woman actually.
Nice,
right? Just as a laugh. She came up to me at this party, and she was like, "Is it time yet?" She was Northern. Do you know what she sounded like? She was from Wigan.
Right.
She sounded, and my mate said this to me, and and I ended up going out with this girl for like a year. She sounded just like one of the chickens from Chicken Run. I don't want to be a pie.
I don't like gravy.
Yeah. She came up to me.
She sounded like the thick chicken from Chicken Run as well.
Well, and she was a dancer, so she was thick with 2Ks, right?
It's C's. If it's 2K, she's 1K away from being in the KKK.
She came up to me, this girl, and we were like on it with each other. We're at this party. I'm on the sniff and everything, but we're on for a good do. And she came up to me. She goes, "Later on, can I you?"
I beg your pardon?
And it's like, I was thinking about this with Breach. It's like he does stuff like that that's kind of that level of creepy, but doesn't realise, and I think, like, if I'd have said that to this girl at this party, someone's phoning old Bill. Someone's calling plod on me.
Yeah.
Like, I have
Men and women do be different.
Right, but you have to respect that. This is my point. Right. There's a lot of stuff like that. I'll give you another anecdote, like another horrendous...
Sorry, can I just go back to this anecdote before we go off?
Yeah.
So, was that just like a Wikipedia gag?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't like I have genuine rape fantasies on her part?
No.
Okay.
It was
Which,
just
again, I think, like, to go back to your thing of, like, I'm not sex positive about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a kink I'm
no,
sweet
yeah,
with.
like, yeah. If you're into, like...
I mean, don't get me wrong. At the time... I'm 18.
Yeah.
I'm geared up. I'm like, if someone says you want to shag the bed, that's a kink I can get on board with, right?
Yeah.
My mate Nigel genuinely shagged the sofa that night, right? Honestly, I'm taking all kinks. I'm taking feet, please. I'm taking everything. She could use the most horrendous language. She could be racist towards me, and I'd be like, whatever, man.
Yeah, if that was her kink, you'd be like, let's go. Let's get on with
kinky.
it.
I'm on packet.
God, I thought you were going to say something else.
It's been one of those episodes.
I fucking, honestly, my heart dropped.
I want to check your watch. You're not wearing a watch. I'm on packet. I just wanted, but I've had loads of stuff like that.
Right.
I've had loads of. There's
kinky ladies.
But the thing is, I wouldn't, because as you say, men and women are different. There are historic reasons where you have to be aware of the power dynamic, and it is. There was this girl that I was at school with, yeah. And when I say at school, I'm fucking 16, 17 at this point, right? And I was mates with two lads, and it was like, this girl just made it fucking clear that she wanted all three of us. She wanted to get all three of us. It was like, she was like collecting fucking Pokemon. She's like...
At the same time or one by one?
No, one by one. She wanted us one by one. And we were all, like, all of us were a bit like, I don't want to get with her. But all of us were guiltily just doing it and not telling each other.
Okay.
Right?
Sorry, how old are you again?
Like 16, 17.
So that you're smooching or you're... The whole hole.
I had a fucking maths lesson, yeah, and what I would do, and I wouldn't. We all had this kind of. I don't know why. She was like a pretty girl, and like we all got on with her really well. But we were like, no, I'm not gonna fucking. No. When I remember there was once where literally in the same like maths lesson, like I said to Ollie and the other and Nigel, I was like, I'm not gonna definitely not. No way. I just wouldn't. What I used to do is get an erection, poke it into my pocket, and just put her hand in my pocket in lessons.
In maths.
Wow.
What did you get in your maths GCSE?
Whilst I said it, I was like, no, I definitely wouldn't do that. Not a bit of me. Not a bit of me. You boys go. But they were like, no, me neither. There was like, she got Nigel and she just told everyone that she'd shagged Nigel. Okay. Right? And then, I mean, this is a horrendous story I'm about to tell. Then, this might be the busiest Ryan's ever been. Then with Ollie, he was all like, no, I'm definitely not going to get with her. And then he went, and like, I remember she had loads of makeup on. And I think we sort of saw them in a bush. And then
the school premises?
No. This was, we used to go to a hill on Fridays and Saturdays and just do stuff on a hill.
Yeah,
when I say do stuff, drink and shag people on a hill.
Yeah.
You know, hitching?
Yeah,
on a hill. He just came back covered in makeup, and we were like, you and her, haven't you? And he was like, no. It's like we saw her, all her makeup smudged. Like, okay. So it's like bang, bang. She's got two of the Pokemon cards. Yeah. She wants to make the trilogy. And I'm like, look. And this is like a year's gone on now, and I'm like, the pocket thing in maths, that was a really good laugh. Like, you know, obviously,
thank you for that.
And I was, you know, there was reciprocation, whatever. But you know, I don't really want you to get the trilogy. I don't want you to tick us all off. Sure. Nah, I'm good. So it was a thing of like, she was like, all right, should we just go for a drink? And I'm like, I like drinking. So I remember.
On the hill, but she doesn't mean like go for a cocktail in a pub.
No.
She means go over there and drink one of our cans over there.
What we actually did, we ended up going to a disused market and drinking. We had 2 bottles of wine for $5 each.
Nice.
And we put them away in this market. And then she was like, do you want to stay at my flat? I live in a flat now. I was like, fucking A. I've never been to a flat.
Right.
Like, I genuinely hadn't been to a flat before.
16.
Huh?
She's 16.
So I think we're just about to turn 17. And she was like, I got a flat. Do you want to come see this flat?
Never good when someone says that at 16.
Right. So this is a thing. And so this is and again, this is just bearing in mind that thing. And this is what I'm going to try and project onto Breach. It's like, I think it's fucking horrible that he impregnated a 17-year-old. And it's like, oh, you flip the gender dynamics, but you can't. Think about the gender dynamics in this.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you ever seen a flat before? I was like, no. I genuinely hadn't.
No.
And in my head, I was like, And she was like, there's an upstairs and a downstairs. That just blew my fucking mind. I was like, that's a house then? No, it's a flat. What? Like, where we lived, it was all... Anyway.
Yeah.
So we go back to this flat. Yeah.
Duplex.
Well, it's in a block. Turns out her brother is in the army. And he's massive.
Yeah, okay.
It's a 2-bedroom flat.
This isn't good.
The brother is asleep in a room. So be quiet. We don't want to wake up my brother. Okay. Want to watch telly? Okay. Sitting on the floor. She puts on Babe Station.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm in an interesting situation.
I think that's fair to say, brother.
I've never been to a flat before.
No.
And it has got upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, so
He's upstairs. Brother's, it's like, be quiet, brother.
You know he's in the army, or?
Yeah. That's how he's got the flat. It's like an army. Around there, there's like army accommodation.
Yeah.
We're in army. We're in the army.
You're effectively in the barracks, yeah.
Right. So he's up there.
And your boys are about to come out of the barracks as well.
Maybe with a gun.
Not with a gun, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm 17. I've had 2 bottles of wine, right?
Anything could happen.
I'm on the floor. She whacks Babe Station on. I'm like, what are you doing? Thought we watched a film. She's like, well, you don't like it? And I mean, the pocket, I clearly do like it.
Sure.
And then, basically, she starts doing things. I'm clearly going to be part of the trilogy.
You're like the Godfather 3.
I don't think I ever said I don't want to do it.
Right.
But there is a bit of me going, I don't really want to be part of the trilogy.
We should stop at Godfather 2.
But I can't make too much noise because he's up there with a gun. And this is my favourite TV show.
Sure.
I then become part of the trilogy.
Right.
You flip the gender dynamics of that on its head.
Yes.
Again, I have to go to jail.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, we can kind of complete our set.
I guess you're wondering why I've said all of this.
We can complete our peep show Jez and Mark thing by me being like, Jez, Mark, you've been
I don't think I was
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's a grey area.
I don't think... No, I definitely wouldn't say that. And she was a really nice girl. And I think it's also, we were having a laugh. It's fun.
Yeah. But you were in a situation where the power dynamics were as such of like, I can't really go home here. I don't really know where I am. Or like, it's a bit, I've kind of put myself in a slightly difficult situation.
He's upstairs with a gun.
Babe
Station's on. It's my favourite show.
Right. And it's more a case of like, oh, well, now I'm here, I may as well.
That's correct.
That's the vibe.
But I don't think a woman should ever say that.
No.
In the same way that I think it's okay if a woman films herself in her bathroom biting her lip to a Justin Timberlake song, I don't think Paul Breach can.
We got there in the end, everybody. We landed the plane. Welcome to Corfu, everybody. Enjoy your holidays.
Darling, we apologise for the turbulence.
We apologise for the 3-hour delay. We are now on the runway in Corfu Airport, where it's a balmy 24 degrees. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. And so Breach that's his stock in trade, is creepy, cutesy shit.
And I think he knows what he's doing.
Right.
I think he knows exactly what he's doing.
To
and I think the dressing as a woman thing it's a lot of like, he's asking for hate.
Yes, he's not expressing his gender identity.
It's one thing if you do that, but you haven't got a 17-year-old pregnant.
Yeah, right.
If you've got a 17-year-old pregnant,
yeah,
you can't... Like, you know the Angel Boys?
Do I?
We loved the Angel Boys.
Yeah.
You could argue they do a lot of, like, hate baiting, winding people up on the internet. They pretend to have spent $3,000 on a cup of coffee and then they hump each other sometimes.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
And I comment saying fucking weird things. Right?
What do you say?
It's fun, and it's fun that they're baiting because they've done nothing wrong. Breach got a 17-year-old pregnant.
We think, yeah. Evidence is stacking up.
I think he has, yeah. So
according to people that have told us that, yeah, that's the case.
This is it. Should we watch a bit more?
Well, the other thing is that when you're doing all of these lives for so long, you end up, I mean, he just has no self-awareness. This is him, he's doing a live, and someone comments that there's been an accident.
Oh, there's a plane crash in Tanzania. Oh, blimey. Into the lake.
That is unreal.
Into the lake.
Into the lake is so good.
Whilst kind of covering his mouth, raising his eyebrows and sort of posing a bit. I mean, the self-awareness of the man is so, like, zero that it's unbelievable.
What do you think is the impetus for like starting that TikTok account? Is it like money? Is it just fame and kind of or infamy? Like, because the algorithm bobs to the surface these eccentrics, whether it's Bevo kind of choking down his dinner, whether it's Breach doing cutesy poses in his dad's bathroom. He was in the bathroom for some reason. Like, is it just...
Where else can he do it?
Is it just their version of stand-up comedy? Is it just validation?
But I think it's like... I think you hit on something really interesting there. It's always in the bathroom. Right? It's... And this is the reason it's on TikTok, is it's like... It's a guilty thing that he knows is embarrassing, and that's why he's locked himself in his bathroom.
Right.
He can't do it in the living room.
Right.
You can't do that you can't do it in front of people.
So there's a like subconscious shame in it already.
That's right.
He's doing it where he shits.
Yeah. Don't shit where you eat. Don't dance where you shit.
Don't be a cutesy baby doll
Don't be a cutesy baby doll where you eat. You have to do it in the toilet. Don't. If you're a 43-year-old man, you can't. There's a reason he's losing his fucking mind when his dad walks in. You do not want anyone to know that you've been pouting and dancing along to Bruno Mars.
Where do we draw the line here as well? On like, I guess this is the other reason. One of the reasons was around like this ambiguity around why he was dressing in different clothing. The other is like how. I'm trying to think of a good way of putting this. How much agency does he have? Like, because I don't think we've necessarily just laughed at him outright yet. Maybe we have a bit. We've tried to unpack it a bit, but like there is the like TikTok as a freak show thing as well, right?
Yeah.
And this is the other reason why like lots of people have asked us to talk about him for a very long time. And I think he's continued to pump out content, and in a way he continues to pump out content regardless of the rage that comes back the other way, because I think he kind of wants that. And it's like with Raworth, I think Raworth is actually much more understanding of what he's doing than I first thought when I was cautious about talking about him.
Yes.
Like, how much is Breachy kind of in on this?
So it's
or not?
about innocence, and it's like all of this is only a laugh and is only sweet if there's an innocence.
Right.
When I dress up as a woman to wind up my missus and to get an eyebrow raise out of you,
yes,
yeah, the innocence attached to it is, I don't think anyone's gonna go, oh my God, is Jacob transitioning? Haha, look at this. Like, I am not gonna raise any rage on the internet. It's just gonna be, oh, silly twat's wearing his fucking missus. Oh, it looks nicer in the glasses though, right?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen there. Similarly, the girl who, tempted me back to the flat by telling me it's a flat with 2 floors and then putting on my favourite show, Babe Station.
There's 8 cameras there as well.
And then, ticking me off as a third of her trilogy.
Sure.
There's an innocence there in that if I'd have said to her, no, she'd have stopped.
Yeah.
And similarly,
she wouldn't have bundled you into
She
a van.
just really fancied me and Nigel and Ollie. She really wanted to shag us all. And she got us.
Fair play.
It's a laugh because it's innocent.
Right.
It's fine that I misgendered Rusty because I was genuinely innocent.
Yes.
Right?
A normal man.
Raworth, he's kind of innocent. Like we said, as much as I am now a member of the Conservative Party. I am looking forward to being an active member of this. It's like, you can't tie up your shoelaces.
Let's sort that first.
You are not going to overthrow leftist politics in this country. You sleep in your suit. So there's an innocence. And that is what it is. And that's the reason if it was just like, TikTok's a bit of a freak show, this is an innocent freak, 10 years ago, he would have got to the judges' houses.
Right.
I'd go, fucking leave Breachy alone.
Right.
He got a 17-year-old pregnant.
According to people that comment on our Patreon.
And so, I mean, this is where it gets interesting. Yes, according to people that comment on our Patreon. Also, there are like whole subreddits dedicated to how
That's
much
what I find insane, yeah.
people hate this guy.
Yeah.
Now, if he has impregnated a teenager, I kind of get it. It's also a lot. The amount of dedication people have camped outside of hotels where they found he was staying.
Wow.
People have written to his family.
Wow.
They got him sacked from a carer's job because there was like a rumor, and we can watch the clip of this. There was like a rumor that he was kissing and cuddling the patients in the... What are we talking about? What are we doing? Like, what has this become? I sung a Sabrina Carpenter song with an instrumental. What are we doing? I told a story about the chicken run girl. What are we doing?
Oh my God!
No,
we can do this. So yeah, he did. There was a story. There was a rumor that went around that he was kissing and cuddling the people at his caring job that he was looking after. This is Paul addressing those rumors.
We take the piss out of off menu. They're just talking about going for dinner. We sat here.
Is Paul Breach a nonce or a freak? What do you think, Riz Ahmed?
Paedophile or freak, hey Gamble? Paedophile or freak? If it was to have sex with a 15-year-old who says she's 20, or a 20-year-old who says she's 15.
Stop.
Intentional crime, Ed Gamble. Intentional. We fuck off these other podcasts.
Oh my
They're
God.
making light-hearted entertainment about what they ate for dinner. We're trying to determine whether someone sexually assaulted someone.
I should be fucking sectioned. I should be sectioned for doing this. This is like I want to get sacked from my job.
This is the worst podcast in the world.
I should be put in Broadmoor for my own safety. My wife should be, our marriage should be annulled. She should be allowed to marry whoever she wants.
Paedophile or freak. We've got to hurry up because the alarm's going to go off for 1 p.m.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, here we go.
Right, so he was accused of kissing and cuddling the old people that he cares for in a care home. This is his rebuttal to those accusations.
You're the people that are chronically online. Let's put this one to bed, purpose. But let's put this one to bed, purpose.
He's doing dances.
Let's put this one to bed and be sensible.
When he says purpose,
no, stop it. I worked in care for like 21 years, mainly with the elderly, dementia, nursing, residential, things like that. Then I moved to a rehabilitation centre for people with acquired brain injuries, traumatic brain injuries, neurological conditions, where I worked as a carer and a therapy assistant for 5 years. I got sacked from there for bringing the home into disrepute when Tattle kept emailing my work. People from their...
Can I just explain? So Tattle is like a kind of forum. It's similar to Reddit, where people have kind of spoke about him a lot, and then people from this forum, Tattle, contacted his work. That's what he's referring to.
So you're saying that he started putting content out on the internet, and then his normal professional job began to receive communications from a bunch of deranged lunatics who have a group chat, and that enabled his professional normal job that didn't have any concerns about his performance at that point to sack him from bringing his job into disrepute.
Let's just finish this clip.
Grown adults, by the way, purpose, emailing my work. So where this, you got sacked for inappropriately kissing the elderly. Well, I didn't look after the elderly. It was people with acquired brain injuries, traumatic brain injuries, for the 5 years I was there. So chronically online, and after that workplace, because I was so bad, I also then worked in another care home, and then also worked living in people's homes in the community. So, chronically online, the cutest man to ever existed wearing a dress. If you're going to come at me, and I advise it, come at me if you can. If
so he's kind of encouraging
if you've got your nan's permission. But get your facts right, because I'm good at this.
Good at
I'm
what?
not only cute, demutzy, mindful, purposey, but an absolutely incredible human being, not humble. I have a massive ego, and I'm starting to think you're the problem, and you're quite narcissistic. I've loved that word. I still don't quite understand it, but purpose. Hi.
So
I just quickly, like, if you're listening to this, if you're on Spotify,
it's too late.
Use the Spotify watch feature to quickly watch that clip, or just go on YouTube. You have to watch that he can't stop doing what he calls power poses whilst trying to deny committing inappropriate acts in a care home. This is the most mental person we've spoken about.
I think that's right.
By quite a long way. it's rare that I'm speechless.
And I think that I was hoping that this episode would give us some kind of clarity on, is this someone who deserves or encourages criticism legitimately, or is this someone for whom they are like so out on a limb that it feels strange to laugh at or criticize them? I honestly am no closer to knowing. In the course of that video, at one point I was like, this is a person with special educational needs. What the fuck are we doing? And then about 10 seconds later, I was like, oh no, this is a cunt that wants us to hate him.
This is just David Brent.
This is Brent. Yeah, this is just like a Brent who has like calculatedly like made his content so toxic that he wants people to hate him because it drives engagement. I genuinely don't know which one he is. He might be both.
I kind of think this might be the TikTok final boss.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
so confusing.
But it's so baited for engagement in so many different ways. He's asking you to hate him. He's asking you to enjoy his dancing. He's singing along.
He's kind of like he's trying to induce not even denying gay or camp related rage bait without it being clear that he is indeed gay or not.
Well, he's not.
Right.
He's not.
Right.
He's in a heterosexual relationship at the moment.
Right.
He always has been. He never has been. Which
is even again is also deeply like, I don't know.
He's a lot of things, and I guess of all the anecdotes I've kind of brought to you, it's kind of come at that point of like, we could back this guy as like, this is just a great freak if he was innocent, but he's not innocent.
There's so many layers to it, yeah.
And he's not even keen to portray any level of innocence, and so thus you can't back him.
You can't be like, just leave him alone. He's just
mad. He's just weird. He's just being mad and weird.
Just let him do what he wants.
He's being mad and weird.
There are these undercurrents of like darkness,
and he's not even really denying it. At no point does he say there, "I didn't kiss or cuddle anyone." He just says they weren't old. They had brain injuries. It's like, well, if you've kissed and cuddled them, mate, that might be fucking worse, actually. And then he says that he ended up with more jobs. It's fucking nuts. Sorry, I don't know. Like.
I guess all we can say, Paul, is if you'd like a house tour, we'll take you to the second, first, or third floor. As long as you don't come inside.
Certainly don't go near the back.
Maybe this is the last ever episode of Screen Rot. We're not sure yet. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next week.